In the mighty kingdom of Aramore, where palaces gleamed like diamonds and rivers shimmered like silver threads, there lived a prince who believed he had all the time in the world. His name was Zion. Born into unimaginable luxury, Zion never knew the pain of effort or the pressure of deadlines. His meals arrived without request. Tutors waited endlessly to teach him, and his royal duties were often postponed because the prince was either asleep, daydreaming, or simply uninterested. He often laughed when servants rushed through the corridors. "Why so fast?" he'd say. "There's always tomorrow." And tomorrow always came. But Zion never changed. His father, King Rahil, a warrior-turned-ruler, had built the kingdom with blood, wisdom, and strict discipline. He had once crossed burning deserts and survived deadly battles. Now, as he watched his only son waste day after day in idleness, a quiet fear settled in his heart. One morning, during a council meeting, a situation arose that needed urgent diplomacy with a neighboring kingdom. Zion was supposed to lead the royal delegation. Everyone waited, but the prince never showed up. He was asleep beneath a cherry blossom tree, smiling in his dreams. That evening, the king visited him, not as a monarch, but as a father broken by disappointment. "Zion," he said, "do you know what the rarest treasure in this world is?" The prince, barely lifting his eyes, replied, "Diamonds? Or perhaps power?" The king shook his head. "No, my son, it is time. Everything else can be earned again, but once time is gone, it is gone forever." Zion chuckled. "You worry too much. I'm young. I have time. Why rush life?" The king looked at him long and hard. Then, in a voice firm yet calm, he said, "You speak like a man who thinks time is infinite. Tomorrow, you will leave the palace alone. You will travel to the northern mountains. There you'll find a man named Idrris the Timekeeper. Learn what I failed to teach." The next morning, stripped of all royal privileges, Zion rode away with only a horse, a scroll, and confusion. For days he journeyed through harsh lands, slept under open skies, and realized, for the first time, how slow and unforgiving life was without comfort. Eventually, he reached a simple wooden hut built into the cliffside. There stood an old man with glowing eyes and an hourglass in his hand. "You must be the lazy prince," the man said. Zion scowled. "I'm here because my father sent me." "Good," said Idris. "Then let time teach what words cannot." He led the prince into a wide cave chamber. In its center was a glowing archway made of light. "This," Idris said, "is the chamber of time. Inside, time feels slow, peaceful, but outside, the world moves 10 times faster. Enter. Stay as long as you like, but every second will cost you something you'll never get back." Zion, arrogant as ever, walked in. Inside it was paradise. There was no hunger, no pressure, no responsibility. He laid on soft grass and closed his eyes, letting time melt around him. It was perfect. He stayed for what felt like an hour, maybe 2. When he stepped out, the sky was darker, the wind colder, Idris older. "You were gone 5 days," the old man said. Zion laughed in disbelief. "But that's impossible." The timekeeper handed him the scroll, now opened. It read, "My son, in your absence, the trade delegation collapsed. Our allies have grown cold. Your sword master has returned to his homeland. Your tutor has retired, and I am unwell." Zion's hands trembled. "I didn't mean to," he whispered. Idris nodded. "That is what every man says who wastes time. But time does not listen. It simply moves forward." Zion returned to the palace with fire in his eyes. Something had shifted. The lazy prince who once laughed at urgency now understood its power. He woke before sunrise. He trained until his legs gave out. He studied diplomacy, history, law. He joined his father at every meeting, making decisions that mattered. He never again said, tomorrow. He only said, let's begin. Years passed. The king grew weak, his hands shaking, his breath short. On his final day, Zayan sat beside him. The king smiled faintly. You understand now, don't you? Zayan nodded, holding his father's hand. I wasted too much once, but never again. The king closed his eyes peacefully. Zayan rose as the new ruler, King Zayan the Wise. He ruled not with fear, but with discipline, not with delay, but with action. In his throne room, above his head, he placed a golden clock that ticked loudly for all to hear, and beneath it, carved in marble for generations to read, were these words: Time is not gold, time is life. Lose gold, you can earn it back. Lose time, it's gone forever. So, listener, how much time have you wasted? How many dreams have you delayed for tomorrow? How many hours have you traded for distractions, laziness, or fear? Because time will not pause for your excuses. It will not stop for your doubts. It only moves, with or without you. So stand up, start now. Be the king or queen of your own time. Because greatness isn't born in comfort. It's born in urgency,